NWAC Championship Tournament. Dave Andrew here along with Game 3. We've got 2 games in the book today. Game 3 coming up will be the Pierce Raiders out of Lakewood taking on Mount Hood the Saints out of Gresham, Oregon. Earlier today, it was Everett defeating Treasure Valley by a score of 2-1. And in the second game, Yakima Valley shut out Chemeketa 5-0. So Everett and Yakima have punched their ticket to the quarterfinals tomorrow night, 4:35 right here at Story Field. While Treasure Valley and Chemeketa will be playing for their NWAC lives, if you will, in a loser-out game tomorrow morning at 9:35. And in front of us now, the number 2 team out of the West, the Pierce Raiders, and the champions of the South, Mount Hood, ready to go. And if you're watching online, you see the meeting at the plate there with our umpires, Eric Holden, Adam Rogers, John Jackson, meeting with his back to you, Kevin Davis, the head coach of the Raiders, and Brian Donahue, 2 of the Saints, 2 young but very successful head baseball coaches in the NWAC. Pierce comes into this contest overall 31-14. Raiders were 19-6 in the West. Mount Hood, the champions of the South, 26-17, 18-6 to win that South title. We just had the introduction of both teams. We're going to have baseball, and that'll all be coming up after this 1-minute timeout on the NWAC Broadcast Network.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Home is not a building, and it's not some number on a mailbox. It's a place where we grow and love and learn. At Southern Oregon University, our people, our programs, our place blend together like a family. With over 40 majors, exceptional faculty, and a commitment to inclusion and diversity, once you become a Southern Oregon University Raider, you're home.
Now the umpires and the coaches done meeting. Mount Hood about ready to take the field on defense, and here's what the Pierce batting order will look like to start this game. Leading off will be the shortstop, Gunnar Schubert. Andrew Barrera, the second baseman, will bat second. Matt Thompson will hit third. He'll catch for the Raiders. Raven Kahana in the cleanup slot, the first baseman. Josh Palmquist, the DH, bats fifth. Hudson Biorik, the right fielder, sixth for the Raiders. Mac McCarty will be at third base. He'll bat seventh. Dylan Moran, the left fielder, bats eighth. Carter Johnson will bat ninth, play center field for the Pierce Raiders. Starting pitcher in the bottom of the first for the Raiders will be Colton Barnes. Of course, Barnes, the sophomore lefty out of University Place, right up the road from Pierce. Mount Hood getting ready. You got to look there at the Pierce meeting, the Pierce group meeting in front of their dugout. Now Mount Hood breaks and takes the field under Coach Brian Donahue. Looks like this defensively. In left field will be Jace McKinney, the center fielder Isaac Bernard, and in right field Taylor Travis. Around the horn on the infield, Nolan McCall at third base. The shortstop is JT Williams. At second base, Justin Sugg, and at first base is Andrew Haley. Behind the plate, Mitchell Rose, the catcher, and on the mound, you see him there, the righty, Seth Rayburn. Rayburn, the sophomore out of Vancouver, USA, Columbia River High School, getting a start in this first game. Run down the Seth Rayburn had 10 starts this season, 3 complete games, a record of 6-2 with a 2.38 ERA. Just 33 strikeouts. So I said not a huge strikeout guy, about a half per inning. A control guy, will give up some hits but work out, and an outstanding pitcher, Seth Rayburn, will be looking at this Pierce Raiders club. The winner of this contest will advance and play either Bellevue or Lower Columbia. That'll be tomorrow night at 7:35. Bellevue and Lower Columbia, the game to follow here in a while. The loser of this game will play at 12:35 tomorrow. That would be a loser out game. So a double elimination tournament goes through Monday. Always an advantage to stay in the winner's bracket, and that's what both teams looking to do to join Yakima Valley and Everett in that winner's bracket. We are ready for baseball. Gunnar Schubert steps to the plate. Schubert, a .370 hitter, outstanding player for the Raiders, and he'll be the first hitter as we get going here. Looks like we'll start about 4:37. Took a little extra to water the field, a little dusty out there in the wind, but it is looking good and ready to go, and we are ready for game number 3 here. Glad you could join us here on the World Wide Web, whether it be KLOG.com or on Topher Vision on the NWAC broadcast. And Rayburn's first pitch poured down the middle for a strike to Gunnar Schubert. Started at 4:37. 0-1 count to Schubert, low, ball 1. Behind the plate, Eric Holden, a veteran of the NWAC tournament. At first base, Adam Rogers, a veteran umpire of this tournament. And at third base, John Jackson, also a veteran of this tournament. So 3 veteran college umps have been here before. Schubert fouls that one right back in the net in front of me, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Pierce leadoff hitter, Gunnar Schubert. Barrera and Thompson await for Pierce. Schubert, .370, 2 home runs, 60 hits among the leaders in the NWAC. Rayburn into the wind and the pitch. Schubert chops it towards second. Hops up and over the glove of the second baseman, Justin Sugg. We'll see how that scored. Either way, Schubert on at first base. That's an error, as Sugg had it bounce off the heel of his glove, and Schubert reaches on the E4.
For 24, second baseman, Barrera.
You see the replay. That's I would agree with that call. The replay showed clearly they just misplayed a little bit. Took a bit of a hop, but the second baseman Sugg unable to come up with it, and Schubert reaches. Andrew Barrera, the second baseman. Let's see if he puts one down here. Shows bunt, low, ball 1. Pulls it back. Schubert has 12 stolen bases on the season. Second leading steals guy on the Raiders, so he's a threat to go. Being held close over there by Andrew Haley. The 1-0 pitch to Barrera. Here it comes. Gets the bunt down nicely. Third baseman got to make a quick play, and he pulls the first baseman off the bag. And maybe a base hit. It looked like he had it beat out. We'll see what it's ruled. It's a sack for Barrera. So Barrera on at first base. Schubert at second, and just like that, Pierce with the first 2 guys on. Matt Thompson is the batter. Thompson the catcher, .323 batting average out of Maple Valley in the Kent area, or the Tacoma area I should say. So right off the bat, Rayburn in a little trouble. Actually, that was ruled a throwing error and a sacrifice for Andrew Barrera, as the throw did pull Haley off the bag at first. So 2 errors quickly. Barrera credited also with a sacrifice bunt. First pitch a strike to Matt Thompson. Thompson, stretch, pitch, breaking ball, and a beauty. Freezes the batter. Thompson takes it for a called strike 2. Locally, glad you could join us this afternoon on KLOG, ESPN Radio, 1490 AM, Longview, Kelso. A lot of ways to watch or listen to this game today. 0-2 now on Thompson with runners on at first and second. Nobody out. Check swing on a ball that's outside. He held back. Going to get help and call the ball. Ball was bit down into the dirt, and Thompson held back and takes ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Raiders' number 3 hitter in the lineup. Raiders trying to break into the score column here early. Rayburn the righty to a stretch. Pitch outside, ball 2. If you're into sports, there's not a whole lot better than the sounds of a college baseball park. Just the talk from the dugout and excitement and team going well. Of course, that Pierce dugout up on that railing and alive right now. You see a chance to score. The 2-2 pitch. Base hit into left field. Shortstop Williams was pulled a little towards the bag, and Thompson pulled it right through the hole for a base hit. And Just like that, bases loaded and nobody out for Pierce. And that'll bring up the dangerous Raven Kahana.
First baseman, number 18.
Kahana hitting
Kahana.
247 is a guy that cooled off as the season went along. Kahana, a strong young man. He's the first baseman. He gets a little dirt rubbed in those hands and steps in, pants down on the ground, or down around his shoes and on the ground, I should say, and steps in with the bases loaded and nobody out. Rayburn the look, the pitch, curveball breaks outside. Kahana with a good eye takes it for ball one. Got a little sun breaking through here, some blue sky, actually some pretty dark sky out to the west, but it's supposed to be much chance of rain today. It looks like this weather for this championship could be okay. Not perfect, but not bad. Rayburn's next pitch, ball two. We've had years, and this is the 12th straight year that Lower Columbia College has hosted the championship. We've had some years very wet, lots of tarping, was dry last year. The first forecast for this year didn't look great, but kind of improved as the week's gone on. 2-0 pitch now to Raven Kahana, bases loaded, fouls away, out of play, strike one. Lower Columbia and Bellevue, the night game tonight. Would expect a pretty good crowd for that one. A lot of folks down the left field side here, hanging down towards that Black Bears party deck in the picnic area. Get a good look at Raven Kahana there, number 18, ready for the 2-1 pitch from Rayburn. Here it comes. Hit into the outfield. May find grass. It does. That's a base hit. Everybody's safe, and Pierce is on the board as Kahana loops a single into shallow right center for the RBI. Gunnar Schubert scoring on the play. Everybody advances 90 feet. Just one of those balls that found that Bermuda Triangle out there between second base, right field, and center field. And Kahana's got a single and an RBI. Barrera now at third, Thompson at second, Kahana at first for Josh Palmquist, the DH. Still no out. Chops one toward first, off the glove of the first baseman, hit sharply. Goes into foul territory, picked up in right field by Travis. 2 runs will score into second base as the ball comes loose. We had a tag applied on Palmquist, and the umpire came up with an out call, and then the ball came rolling loose, and now we'll have a question out at second base as Brian Donahue is going to go out. See if we can get a good look at that. You see Palmquist stumbling, going into second, the slap tag, and then the ball comes out. John Jackson called out, and now he called out. Now he's talking to Brian Donahue. Now he may have shown out and just not seen that ball pop out at first. It didn't, there was no transfer. So it appears the runner should be safe. You see Palmquist going in. The shortstop is there. That's Williams. Throws the tag up, and it's a hard tag, and because it was in like to the midsection or the chest area, and it popped out. John Jackson, the umpire, and Brian Donahue talking about it. 2 runs scored on the play. It is now 3-0. Now coming back, and you saw the replays that followed through as he changed his call. Didn't see that ball come out at first. Of course, the question would be, was there a throw attempted? And there just wasn't. The ball popped out on the tag. Now the umpires are going to get together and visit. Bottom line is, at this point, there's nobody out, and 3 runners have scored for Pierce. You see it again here. Shortstop comes over, catches it, goes to tag Palmquist. John Jackson sees the tag, reacts to it, did not see the ball bounce out to the right. And then if you stay with the replay, okay, the later replay showed that it was nothing. And there'd be 1 RBI on that play. So I'm going to get a ruling. Was the error on the first baseman or on the tag? So there was a base hit. There was a base hit. No, that was an E3. Thank you. Okay, so the error was on the first baseman. That's the 3rd error of the inning. 2 runs scored. Runners are on second. And no. Okay, now the runner at second. Okay, there's a discussion, so he just come. I thought he was coming off the field. And so we'll kind of reset it. So the bases were loaded. Palmquist hit the hot shot down the first baseline. It was off the glove of the first baseman Haley down into the corner. Barrera scored. Thompson scored. Kahana went to third on the play. Palmquist going into second was apparently tagged out, but the ball came loose. The call was reversed back as it should have been to safe. And with all that said, runners on at second and third and still nobody out. You see the replay. The ball went down into right field. The throw into second. Got a tag. Out was called, but in the meantime, the ball popped out of the glove on the hard tag and reversed to safe. 3 runs in. And now Brian Donahue out in the mound talking with his infield. Not how it was scripted by Mount Hood to start this game. 3 infield errors, 2 singles, and it's 3-0. And now Hudson Biorik steps in. Runners in scoring position. Already a 3-0 lead for Pierce. Rayburn's pitch, outside corner, strike 1. Rayburn's had a little bit of difficulty getting ahead of hitters, so that's a welcome sight in the Mount Hood dugout. Biorik, a .252 hitter, the right fielder. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, rights high, ball 1. What kind of a crazy, wacky type first inning here, and there's still nobody out. 6th hitter and no one out. 3-0 Pierce. Pitch to Biorik, roped into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. That'll score a run. Kahana scores. Palmquist to third, and an RBI single for Hudson Biorik. Boy, Biorik just roped that into left field. The left fielder on the play, Jace McKinney, it appeared at first might have a play, but it dove and died too fast out there, and it's a base hit.
28, Raiders third baseman.
Mac McCarty, the third baseman. Pierce not a power team, just 6 home runs as a team all season. Getting it done here between taking advantage of some errors and 3 singles. Pitch, strike at the knees to Mac McCarty. Runners at the corners. Nobody out for Pierce. 4 runs on the board here in the first inning, top of the first. Now the batter, McCarty, will step out and back in. Rayburn, stretch pitch, just low, ball 1. Good fastball, good spot, just a tad bit low. One pitch upcoming to Mac McCarty. This one a little high, ball 2. McCarty out of Port Orchard, South Kitsap High School in that area. Of course, Pierce and Lower Columbia played in the same division, so Pierce has played on this field a couple times this season. Pitch, runner was going. Ball into foul territory in right field and just into the bullpen. Chased down out there by Taylor Travis and ran out of room. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boy, the difficult part for Mount Hood to handle in all this is still nobody out. McCarty, the freshman, back in with that 2-2 count, facing Seth Rayburn. Rayburn just needs an out here. Pitch, chop, foul towards the Pierce dugout. And McCarty will have another new life. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mac McCarty. Now the fake third and look at first move. Coach Yoshino, thank you very much. Coach Yoshino, Coach Smith bringing their lineups up here for the next game. Bellevue and Lower Columbia. 2-2 pitch to McCarty. Chop toward the second baseman. Could be a double play ball. Short to 1, throw to first, not in time. 1 out recorded, but another run scores. Josh Palmquist crosses the plate. Biorik is out on the play. 4-6, second baseman flipping to the shortstop. But on the play, McCarty beats it out. So Biorik is out 4-6. McCarty reaches on the fielder's choice. And 5 runs for Pierce. Dylan Moran, the left fielder, the left-handed hitting left fielder, takes ball 1. An error, a single, another error, a single, and a fielder's choice, and it's 5-0 Pierce. Moran takes the ball just under the knees, 2-0. I don't think if Brian Donahue, the mounted coach, could have drawn up a worse start, he could have thought of this. It's just a combination of some timely hitting, some errors. You know, and they weren't errors on easy plays, but errors on plays you'd like your fielders to make. And there's been 3 of them here in the inning. 2-1 count now as Moran takes a strike. You look at Moran, a left-handed batter's box, wearing number 5 there, flicking that elbow, Joe Morgan-esque from the old days. Takes a pitch just low. Of course, if you're Mount Hood, you're gripping a little bit. You want that call. And three and 1. 1 out, runner on first. 5-zip Pierce. Pitch to Moran. Ball 4 just inside. Boy, Moran's got a good eye. Take a look here. Moran on the season does have 26 walks. This is a club with a lot of walks. Guys that know the strike zone. Things not getting any better as McCarty pushed down to second. So another runner in scoring position. McCarty at second, Moran at first, Carter Johnson, the 9th hitter of the inning. Rayburn looks back. Pitch, poured down the middle, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, breaking ball, taken, strike 2 by Carter Johnson. Mount Hood, a team capable of putting some runs up. If you're Mount Hood right now, you're just telling them, your club, hey, cut your losses right here, get out here with a 5 spot, and let's go. 0-2 pitch now to Johnson, swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove of the catcher, and he held on. Mitchell Rose for out number 2. So on the strikeout, Johnson is out. That's the 2nd out of the inning.
Number 8, Gunnar Schubert.
And we'll foul up our score sheet as we have our 10th batter of the inning. Of course, if you've ever kept score at a baseball game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Got to use that 2nd inning row in the 1st inning. Gunnar Schubert reached on an E4 and scored in the 1st inning. Ball a little low. Had a chance to meet Gunnar Schubert last night as I did some player interviews in an event the NWAC put on. Outstanding young man, loves to play the game of baseball. Schubert hits one towards right, coasting over underneath it, and making the catch is Taylor Travis. And finally, Seth Rayburn and the Saints are out of the inning. But on that inning, 5 runs, 3 hits for Pierce, 3 Mount Hood errors, and 2 left. We played half an inning. Pierce 5, Mount Hood coming to bat.
I love biology because I'm interested in how different ticks can be on different trails can actually impact human infection rates of Rocky Mountain spotted fever. I did all of the research from the ground up. I got into grad school at the University of Notre Dame. The research opportunities that I've gotten here were absolutely instrumental in my getting into grad school. I love bugs and other arthropods, yeah. Especially the ones that carry disease.
Hating is bad. One more shot for us. Please fill up the cup. Don't mess around. We just want to see. Check it out. You hungry?
Free field as Pierce put up 5 runs in that first inning. Gave a little stake to 5-run lead to Colton Barnes, the left-hander. If you're watching on the web, you see him warming up out there on the mound for Pierce. Barnes, the lefty out of University Place. He's a sophomore. Of course, University Place is in the Tacoma area, kind of at the base of the Narrows Bridge. And he comes in with a good record you'd expect. Started 10 games, pitched 68 innings, 2.63 ERA, 56 strikeouts, had 5 wins, 2 losses on the season. Defensively, for Pierce, you've got Moran in left field, the center fielder. Carter Johnson, right fielder Hudson Biorik at third base. Mac McCarty, the shortstop. Gunnar Schubert, second base. Andrew Barrera, first base. Raven Kahana, and the catcher is Matt Thompson. Stepping in for Mount Hood, Jace McKinney, the left fielder, the left-handed hitting left fielder, is trying to get on base now and get something going for this club. First pitch taken as a strike. Jace McKinney, JT Williams, Isaac Bernard, the top 3 in the lineup for Mount Hood. The lefties offering, swung, hit right back into the glove, and boy, Barnes with a great pick, runs over to first, flicks it to Kahana. That ball looked like it was ticketed for center field, and Colton Barnes said no way, snagged it and threw out the hustling Jace McKinney.
25, Saints shortstop, J.T. Williams.
So McKinney out 1-3. That'll bring up J.T. Williams, 331 hitter. First pitch is a strike. Five nothing Pierce. 1 down here, bottom of the first. Pitch to Williams. Rope up the right side and out of play. Well, prepare for an inspired future at Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, Oregon. You get personalized support, small classes, you save money, train for a job, get your bachelor's degree started, or check out the degree partnership program with Oregon State. Lynn Benton Community College, inspired. 0-2 pitch now upcoming to J.T. Williams. Here it comes, high, ball 1. A lot of great sponsors on the NWAC side of things here of this championship. Nice new feature of the last few years here on the NWAC with some video coverage. 1-2 pitch, just inside, ball 2, 2-2 the count. 1 out here, bottom of the first inning. Mount Hood at the plate trailing 5-0. Barnes, the slender lefty. The kick and the pitch, grounded on a couple hops to the shortstop. That's Williams. Throw across the diamond is wide. Nope, he got his foot down. Out. Good stretch by Raven Kahana as the umpire Adam Rogers got a good look at it, and we'll see the replay here. You see Williams, I'm going to get the hustling Williams, and the long stretch by Kahana, and if they had a replay, yeah, he's out. And now the umpires are going to visit. You see it again here. Boy, it's really close. It's clearly after the big stretch his foot came off, but boy, it was close as he first caught the ball. And Adam Rogers was right there, and he called the out. The umpires confirmed. We got 2 down. So J.T. Williams grounds it out
Number 22, Isaac Bernard.
to Gunnar Schubert, and now there's 2 down. I think I said Williams, I meant Schubert. So 2 down. That'll bring up Isaac Bernard. The sophomore played in this tournament last year, 357 hitters. Played the last season for the Black Bears on this field. The left-handed hitter takes a strike. So quickly 2 down here for Mount Hood. Bernard, the leading hitter on this club at 357, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run, 18 RBI. Barnes' pitch in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. The count on Isaac Bernard. Nobody on base here. 2 down, bottom 1. Pitch by Barnes. Outside. Two balls and a strike as the clock ticks 5 o'clock here at Story Field. Game 3, first day of the NWAC tournament. A gray day, a dry day, and that's the key. We'll take gray. 2-1 pitch. Bernard fouls it away. Folks, Olympic College is a great place to hit the field in the books, earn your associate degree, then transfer to a university or slide into home and earn your bachelor degree without leaving Kitsap County. Get busy learning at olympic.edu. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We got 5 deuces up on the board. Number 22 with a 2-2 count with 2 outs here. Deuces wild here with 2 down in the second, and Bernard chops it. Schubert didn't get the glove down, and the left field, and that's an error, and we'll put Bernard on base. Ball hit sharply. Schubert should have fielded it, and it went under his glove, and via the air, Isaac Bernard on first base. That's the 4th error in this first inning between our two teams. Nolan McCall, third baseman.
Number 4, third baseman, Nolan McCall.
McCall out of the Dalles. I bet the wind's blowing there today. I think the wind blows every day in the Dalles. Nice place. Good baseball town. Great Babe Ruth baseball town is the Dalles, Oregon. Hosts a lot of regional type tournaments. McCall, I'm sure, played in the Babe Ruth program there. He takes a big cut and comes up empty on the first pitch, down 0-1. I will be driving through the Dalles tomorrow, heading over to Walla Walla for a bit. Next pitch, on the corner, strike 2. McCall didn't necessarily, his body language would tell you he did not agree with that. Ball was on the outside black part of the plate, and it's strike 2. Bernard on at first, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. From the stretch, Barnes pitch, grounded towards Schubert, couple hops, will flip the second for the short out there, and that'll do it. In the bottom half of the first, for Mount Hood, no runs, no hits. 1 runner did reach via there, and he was left on base. We played 1 full, Pierce 5, Mount Hood 0. Back in a minute on the NWAC Championship broadcast. We go to the top of the second inning. Pierce 5, Mount Hood 0. And Seth Rayburn, the right-hander, back on the mound for Mount Hood. Now, well, his mission is keep it at 5 and allow the offense some chance to catch up. Leadoff hitter Andrew Barrera called strike 1, and he turns around and has a question for home plate umpire Eric Holden. I think Holden said it was a strike. Back in is Barrera. He reached on an error, sacrifice and an error, and scored in the first inning. Next pitch, strike 2. 0-2 the count. Rayburn quickly gets ahead of Andrew Barrera. Barrera, sophomore out of Kent. Ball chopped into fair territory. The catcher picks it up, throws to first. And a nice pick down there as the catcher rose through a 1-hopper to Andrew Haley, who had a long stretch. And made the catch. You see the high chop on the infield. Rose turns, squares up, throws across his body, and Haley with a good stretch and a pick showed the ball to the umpire, and quickly one down. Matt Thompson singled and scored in that first inning. The first 5 batters scored in that first inning. Ball popped in the air, playable, right field. Taylor Travis coasts in and took a couple steps and made the catch, and quickly 2 down. Boy, what a contrast to the last inning for Pierce, which I didn't mark the time, but it was a good 15-20 minute inning, and here quickly 2 down. Thompson out, F9. Raven Kahana, he was part of that first inning offensive parade, single and an RBI, later scored. This time comes up with nobody on. Last time he came up with the bases loaded, nobody out. Pitch to Kahana. Did it hit him or hit his bat? Foul ball. May have just caught like the knob of his bat. Ball was high and tight, and as he guarded against it, I believe he fouled it off. Let's even get a look at it. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Centralia College is your college for associate degrees, bachelor degrees, and job training. Apply now to get a jump on classes and financial aid. Application easy and free. You belong to Centralia College. Visit www.centralia.edu for details. The 0-2 pitch. Kahana chops it right back to the pitcher. Rayburn. He'll flip to first, and quickly the inning is over. 5 runs in the first inning, 1, 2, 3 in the second for Pierce. No runs, no hits, and no errors for Pierce. We played 1.5 innings. Our score, Pierce 5, Mount Hood 0.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
Back here to Story Field, Longview, Washington, Lower Columbia Community College. 12th straight year, starting in 2005, that LCC has hosted the NWAC Baseball Championships. Glad you could join us today here on the NWAC Network. 5-0 Pierce over Mount Hood as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Bowen Agata, Taylor Travis, Andrew Haley scheduled for Mount Hood, facing Colton Barnes. First pitch was a ball. Second one taken, strike on the outside corner. Boy, once again, Pierce, combination of hits and errors, scored 5 in that first inning, and that's where we stand right now, 5-0. Barnes, a quick worker, 1-1 count, pitched. Takes a little something off that one, hung high, ball 2. Little wind blowing here, not much. Swing and a miss. Like a 2-seamer that time, just fell. Good drop action on it, and swing and a miss by Bowen Ogata. Wind normally blows in pretty hard from the west-southwest here. Right now, flag lane kind of limp. Ogata chops a foul up the left side, staying alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. If I recall, Bowen Ogata, another player that played for the Cowlitz Black Bears, I believe, last year. Bernard and Ogata. .317 hitter, the designated hitter. 2-2 pitch to Bowen Ogata. In the air, foul, and he'll be out of play. get my lineup here. Ogata, swing and a miss, strikeout, 1 down. First strikeout of the game for Colton Barnes, 1 down. Taylor Travis. Travis with a strike. Out of Springfield, Oregon. Left-handed hitter. 315 hitter. Hits the ball to the left side. The left fielder coasting in. That's Moran towards the line and makes the one-handed catch easily. Quickly 2 down. Well, so far so good for Colton Barnes, the Pierce starter. Andrew Haley, the first baseman, another left-handed hitter in this lineup. Trying to get something going for Mount Hood. Lefty on lefty here, and Haley takes it low. A 217 hitter. Andrew, another Washington kid, Columbia River High School, Chieftains, 1-0 pitch. Fouls away out over his dugout, 1-1. Kirk Rowan's going to take over for me at the next half inning. Take you on through the game. Here in the bottom of the second inning now, 2 down for Mount Hood, trailing Pierce 5-0. Barnes to that easy motion. Breaking ball upstairs, ball 2, 2-1. Outfield mostly playing Haley straight away. The right fielder, Biorik, shaded a bit to the right. Ball hit in the air and it's right there to Biorik, and he goes back about 6-7 paces right in front of the warning track and makes the catch. Ball hit fairly deep, but not deep enough, and that's the third out of the inning. In the second, for Pierce, no runs, no base hits, no errors, none left. We've played 2 full. Our score, Pierce 5 and Mount Hood 0. Back with this broadcast on the NWAC Championship Network.
What if your dreams could change the world? What would you do? Where would you start? Southern Oregon University is a place where anyone, everyone, can realize that dream. With over 40 majors, our accelerated degree programs, online and night schedules make sure your everyday life doesn't get in the way of your real life. Southern Oregon University. Learn. Dream.
Company retreat with Chief Football Officer Russell Wilson.
Some of you may be wondering why we're wood carving.
What are we learning from this?
Details. Small details. Like this right here. Not bad. Now, Captain Bob knows about the details. Style, comfort,
And power.
power.
Yep. It's for you.
Giving you our best never stops. Thank you for flying Alaska.
Sorry about that. Back here to Story Field. We go to the top of the third inning, and we'll turn it over to the Director of Sports at KLOG, Kirk Rowland.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. We're playing championship baseball here this evening in Longview, Washington, the NWAC Championship Tournament. The Pierce Raiders with a big 5-run first inning. They've got the 5-0 lead, and the Raiders looking for more here in the third. Here's a ball softly hit out to second base out there, and Justin Sugg throws it over to first, and not in time. So you've got to get that ball over there quickly, and boy, that just looked like a routine play, and kind of jumped up on him, and he dropped it, and that was all it took for the great speed of Palmquist to get down there. And that'll be the error on the play. That'll bring Hudson Biorik up to the plate. 4 errors already for this Mount Hood ball club. Uncharacteristic. They had 3 in the first inning, 1 there, and the leadoff guy aboard for the Pierce Raiders. Hudson Biorik, good ball player. A couple of home runs this year, 252 batting average. That might have been down a little bit, but this guy's been pretty productive for the Pierce team. Here's the pitch on the way, and bunt attempt fouled over near the Pierce dugout. We're starting to get fans rolling in here, getting a little closer towards the big game tonight. The home team, Lower Columbia College, getting ready to take on Bellevue. We've had good ball games so far in the first day of this tournament. 4 games today, 4 tomorrow. And then we'll start settling things up a little bit. Breaking ball in the dirt, a nice block back there by the Mount Hood Saints. Mitchell Rose behind the dish making a nice play. Seth Rayburn coming set. Here's the pitch on the way, low and outside. So it's been a scuffle from the first pitch for the starter here, Seth Rayburn. Certainly wasn't helped by those early errors in that first inning. In fact, that first inning featured 3 errors and 3 base hits for Pierce, scoring the 5 runs. Ground ball hit to the right side, and Sugg will get another shot at it, this time clean. Runner will advance on the play, but the first out of the inning by Orick grounds out to second. Mac McCarty will be the batter now for the Pierce Raiders. Reached on a fielder's choice first time, was left out at second base. 5 runs, 3 hits, and an error for the Raiders. No runs, no hits, 4 errors for the Mount Hood Saints out of Gresham. Here's the pitch by Rayburn, and that's hit out towards short. Sweet little play over there by Williams. Throws over to first. Again, a productive out, though, is on the play. Palmquist will end up down at third. Well, we've seen some outstanding glove work here in the early going. As you can see right here, look at the effortless move behind the bag and makes the throw, and pretty good dig over there by Andrew Haley of the Saints. Dylan Moran, the batter. Still looking for an official plate appearance in the NWAC tournament. Walked his first time, takes the first pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. Well, Dave Andrew mentioned it. The job for Rayburn now, don't give up anymore. Next pitch, breaking ball way outside, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. 5-0 Pierce. Here's the pitch. That's low, 2-1. We had one 1-minute slight drizzle earlier here today. For the most part, the precip has stayed away. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Sharp breaking ball, kind of tied up Moran a bit. Carter Johnson would be next. He's standing on deck for the Pierce Raiders, the number 2 team in the West region this year. Here's the 2-2. That's hit out towards second. Over there is Sugg. Low throw. That's going to be another error on the Raiders and another unearned run, as Palmquist will come all the way in to score. He reached on the air by Sugg and scores on the air by Sugg. Just a low throw, guided it over there and didn't throw through the chest. So the inning will continue for the Raiders, who now lead 6-0. Ground ball hit to the right side, speared over there, and a nice play by Haley. Gets to the bag to record the out. But another unearned run for the Pierce Raiders, as they now lead it 6-0 over the Mount Hood Saints. You're listening to College Baseball on the NWAC Championship Network.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
David Story Field on the campus of Lower Columbia College. The Mount Hood Saints and the Pierce Raiders, 6-0 Pierce. The team out of the Tacoma area. And back on the hill, Colton Barnes. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's on the outside corner. Nice pitch. Kept it low. Leading things off this frame, Mitchell Rose, the catcher for Mount Hood. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by the lefty. Colton Barnes 5-2 this year, 2.63 ERA. Next ball fouled off, and now we do have a little bit of precip coming down. We got a little bit of drizzle coming through here, a little wind. So I probably shouldn't have mentioned it, huh? My fault. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way by Barnes. Slider just missed inside. Mitchell Rose trying to get aboard, get a rally going here for the Saints, down 6-0. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, out of play to the right side. Even with perhaps a little bit of mist or drizzle coming down here right now, not enough to get too concerned about it. Here's the 1-2. Foul ball or fly ball hit out to right field. Boy, they had him played pretty good over there. That's Hudson Byerick who comes over near the line to make the catch for round number 1. Got a pinch hitter now coming into the ball game. And so Sugg, who struggled defensively, doesn't even get a chance to bat. Boy, that's tough. Jay Becker will take over and bat for Sugg. Boy, that's one of the indignities of this game sometime. You struggle defensively, you don't even get a chance to atone for it by getting an at-bat. This game can be real cruel sometimes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, Becker's ready to hit, that's for sure. Took a big swing at it. Becker 202 average on the season. Here's the pitch, low. 1-1. 94 at-bats for Becker this year. 19 base hits. 11 RBIs. 14 walks, pretty good eye up there. 14 strikeouts. Takes that outside. 2 balls and a strike. Top of the order for the Saints, Jace McKinney on deck. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball low. 3 balls and a strike. Of course, that middle column out there for Mount Hood still with a 0. Here's the pitch. That's ball 4. So Becker comes on and draws a 1-out walk, flipping the order to Jace McKinney. McKinney hitting .311. The left-handed hitter has 41 hits and 132 at-bats this year. It's got some pretty good gap power, 7 doubles coming in. Lefty close on the plate. Here's the pitch, right through the wickets and to the backstop. That'll be a wild pitch, moving Becker down to second. 6-0. The Pierce Raiders coming out here and getting that big 5-run first inning. They've added another in the third, and they've got their lefty pitcher Colton Barnes mowing them down at this point. Barnes now comes set. Flow blowing in the wind. comes plate work. Ground ball hit out to short and under the glove. They'll hold up the Saints at third there. Base hit, tried to backhand it. Probably should have tried to center that up a little bit, but good scoring decision call on that. So the first base hit of the ball game's of the infield variety under the glove of the shortstop. And that'll bring up J.T. Williams. So the no-hitter's gone. You can forget about that. And now you just try to chip away if you're Mount Hood. Get some base runners and try to get a clutch hit. Colton Barnes out there had reset up on the rubber, and now he's ready to go. Comes set at the belt. Left-hander will throw over to first. When it comes evening time here at Story Field, normally you'll start to see the flag blow directly in from over the scoreboard. This time of day, it's tough to get one out on the left side of the diamond. Pitch is in there for a strike. J.T. Williams, a all-South performer for Mount Hood. Pops one towards the right field line and in foul territory. The catch is made out there by Hudson Byrick for out number 2.
Next batter for Mount Hood, number 22, center fielder Isaac Bernard.
So here's the star of the Saints, Isaac Bernard. Looking for a big 2-out RBI base hit. Another lefty swinger. Here's the pitch to him, in for a strike. Isaac Bernard, 357 this year. Power numbers might be down a little bit, 1 home run, but he's a kid that can hit gaps, run, complete baseball player, and certainly comes by it naturally with his papa, former big leaguer. Pitch just missed. Of course, Daddy Marvin Bernard played for the Giants, other clubs. So this guy's been hanging around clubhouses since the day. Running around stadiums, looking in the nooks and crannies all over a clubhouse and stadium. That's got to be a pretty cool life for a kid. Ground ball, or I should say a fly ball hit out to left field. Tracking over there, making the catch is Dylan Moran. And the Saints tried to get something going there. No go in the bottom of the third. It is 6-0. Pierce leading Mount Hood. And we're coming back with more college baseball here on the NWAC Championship Network.
I initially declared my major in mathematics, but I changed my major to computer science after I took just 1 computer science class. When I took a CS class, I realized that it had all of the problem solving that I loved in mathematics, but I could make really cool applications. If you love solving problems, if you have a very logical and mathematical thought process, and you are creative, CS is for you. Really, if you love problem solving, we love you.
NWAC baseball going on here. Hey, Centralia College is your college for associate degrees, bachelor degrees, and job training. Apply now to get a jump on classes and financial aid. Application is easy and free. You belong at Centralia College. Visit centralia.edu for details. Seth Rayburn hanging in there. Here's the windup on the pitch. Pours in a strike. Top of the order, Gunnar Schubert. Ground ball hit out to short. Williams has got it. Throw across in time for out number 1. Although Gunnar Schubert did have an error in that tough inning, this kid can pick it. He is a great, great shortstop and just outstanding player. And of course, now we see JT Williams right there making the play. So shortstop play pretty good in this NWAC tournament so far. Nice play there by JT Williams. Here's Andrew Barrera. Reached on an error, scored a run, 0 for 1. It's a fly ball out to right field and very deep, tracking way back, and that's going to bounce all the way to the wall, and he'll have himself a stand-up double with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Andrew Barrera with the double. Saw that, let the ball travel a little bit, went with it, and expansive grounds in the outfield here, and that bounced off the warning track on the American Workforce banner out there. They got it in quickly, but he was able to cruise right in, no issues, and that's a nice extra base hit for the Pierce Raiders. Matt Thompson, the batter. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored here this afternoon. Seth Rayburn's pitch, just outside on the slider. Mount Hood wearing those white uniforms, and they've got numbers on the back that you can see from a satellite. Google Maps. Those things are huge. Here's the windup and the pitch, and I know NWAC fans, I say it every year. I don't know, I'm just fascinated by the football-sized numbers that Mount Hood rolls out there. Pierce in their uniforms, it's like a busy billboard. Pierce College Raiders. They've got the Nike logo on there and the number. Running out of room, ad space on the front there. Here's a pitch on the way inside, but right there for a strike. 1 and 2 to the batter, Matt Thompson. Doing some calisthenics, trying to get those shoulders loosened up there. Rayburn takes a look. Now they got a throw play on down there. Sliding in, no problem. Back is Andrew Barrera, although he did have to get that jersey a little dirty. As long as we're talking fashion out here, Pierce wearing those Speed Racer white helmets out there. Here's the 1-2. Didn't mean to. Foul ball over on the third base side, and Coach Donahue bounces out there and grabs that pill and gets it back in. Six nothing. The Pierce Raiders with the lead over the Mount Hood Saints. And timeout was granted at home plate right as Rayburn was beginning the motion. Pitchus interruptus. Rayburn again is ready. And again a little inside pick, smooth with no urgency to it and no throw. 6 runs, 4 hits, an error for the Raiders. No runs, 1 hit, 5 errors for Mount Hood. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Rayburn gets the strikeout. 2 outs here in the frame, and Raven Kahana will be coming up.
Next batter for the Raiders.
Second strikeout of the afternoon for Seth Rayburn. Got to appreciate Seth out there after all heck broke loose in the top of that first. He's trying to keep his team in the game, although trailing 6-0. Rayburn's pitch on the way, and a good breaking pitch in there for a strike. set at mid-chest is Rayburn. Here's the pitch, and that's served out into right field, and that'll bounce and get by the right fielder, Travis, and coming in to score. And are they going to count the run? They will. Run just did count before the throw out from right, getting the hitter, Kahana, who tried to stretch it. And we'll get a good look at it right here. Kahana's now going, oh boy, I better hurry up. Look out, that's coming down hard on the ground, and he is out, but the run just does score before. 7-0 Pierce over Mount Hood here on the NWAC Championship Network. Championship tournament of the Northwest Athletic Conference, the NWACs here in Longview. 7-0 now. Pierce has the lead. And here's the first pitch, fouled out of play over the Pierce dugout on the right side. And there's the bespectacled Colton Barnes, who is dealing right now for Pierce. He was given an early 5-0 lead and doing a pretty good job with it. Here's the pitch. Little low, 1-1 the count. The batter is Nolan McCall, the Saints' third baseman. Nolan's got popped 3 home runs on the season. Here's the pitch. Ground ball hit out to short. Schubert's got it. He can do that in his sleep. Throws it over across for out number 1. Yeah, Colton Barnes can feel pretty confident when he's got defenders like that, led by Schubert. Bowen Ogata, the designated hitter, struck out his first time. First pitch outside for ball 1. Not sure, I think Dave Andrew might have made reference to Ogata and his familiarity with Story Field and his times with the Cowlitz Black Bears of the West Coast League. Swing and a miss at the next pitch. Black Bears will begin their season next Thursday here in town, as the fun and games will be coming in here to Story Field after this tournament is wrapped up on Monday. Championship Monday, Memorial Day. Here's the 1-1 on the way. That's popped up on the right side, down the line over there, and the second baseman takes charge, does a good job. Andrew Barrera gets out there, and he has the best angle to make that play. And that's out number 2.
Next Mount Hood batter, right fielder, number 7, Travis.
Taylor Travis, the batter. Flew out to left his first time. Here's the pitch, fouled into the screen. Starting to fill up pretty good here at Story Field. We'll see those Red Devil fans coming in, and we certainly hope you are making your plans here locally, listening to the broadcast on KLOG. Get over here. This is going to be fun. Bellevue and LCC tonight. 2 of the premier teams in the NWAC. 1 ball, 1 strike the count, as Colton Barnes will work on that flow behind the hat a little bit. Now ready to go. Here's the 1-1. That's hit out towards center field, and right there tracking to make the catch is Carter Johnson, and Colton Barnes on cruise control. Pierce has the lead 7-0 over Mount Hood here on the NWAC Championship Network.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
We're back here to David Story Field on the campus of Lower Columbia College. NWAC championships. All Pierce so far, 7-0 Raiders looking for more. Here's a ground ball, hit out to Williams at short. Boy squares around the ball nicely there, rounds to get a good angle towards first, makes a strong throw for out number 1.
Next batter for the Raiders.
That'll bring up right fielder Hudson Bajorek. Bajorek is 1 for 2. Had an RBI single back in that 5-run first inning. First pitch is low by Seth Rayburn. Looking at that baseball, good look at the right-hander. See that salt licks on the hat right there. He's been sweating this year trying to get to this tournament. Here's the pitch. That's a base hit to left. Bajorek with a 1-out base hit. Sixth base hit of the afternoon for the Pierce Raiders out of the Lakewood area, Tacoma. Mac McCarty is the batter now for the Raiders. 0 for 2. Takes a strike. Little fidgety getting in that right-hand batter's box. Now back in there and ready. The 0-1 pitch. Another pretty good looking breaking ball that stays just low. Cade Crisco will get the start for Lower Columbia in the ball game, and it'll be Travis Ulvestad getting the start for Bellevue in our next game. The next pitch right in there. Strike 2, 1-2 to Mac McCarty. Dylan Moran on deck for the Pierce Raiders under head coach Kevin Davis. What a job he's done since taking over this program. Here's the pitch, check swing, and swinging out there, making a nice block of it is Mitchell Rose, the Mount Hood catcher. Raiders a little disappointed that they didn't make it last year, but boy, prior to that, they were on a nice little run, including a championship. Here's a ball hit down the right field line, and that is just foul. Great diving effort by Taylor Travis over there. And that's the kind of effort you see in this tournament all weekend long, folks. These guys are grinding. You'll see right here on the replay, look at that. It was just about a foot away from him there, but he had the tarp on him right there, and he wasn't thinking about anything else but laying out to try to make a great catch. Instead, just a strike, 2-2 the count to Mac McCarty. That's what I love about this tournament. For the most part, a bunch of dirt dogs out here trying to get a piece of hardware. Pop up in the infield, and boy, the wind's taking that thing. And boy, coming all the way over there to make that catch was Becker, and finally did make the catch. He called for it and then had to keep running and running and running and running, and the next thing you know, he's about a foot off first base with the first baseman just standing over there. There you go. Look at him. I got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I better keep coming. Keep going. Oh, got it. Boy, we had a convention over there. Two base runners, a first baseman, guy making the catch. First pitch is a ball. Dylan Moran, the batter. 0 for 1. Walked, reached on an error. Good fastball that time. Seth Rayburn putting it right in there. Two outs here in the frame. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Pretty good flow out of that helmet on both sides. Big burly beard there from Moran, and he takes a strike. We've seen some interesting quaffs in the team so far. Yakima Valley has a guy who's taken flow out of the hat to a new level. There's ball 4. So the Raiders trying to put a little 2-out rally together. Moran reaches on the walk. Ball did get past the catcher Rose, but he was heading down to the next base anyway. So base on balls. That moves Byrick over to second base. And here's Carter Johnson, the number 9 hitter in the Raiders lineup. 0 for 2. He hit a hot shot over towards first that Andrew Haley made a great diving stab on and stepped on the bag himself. Ball is cued foul over towards the Pierce Raider on deck guy. Gunnar Schubert would be next. He's the guy over there.
Fans, this is last call for your opportunity to buy tickets for the 50-50 Split the Pot contest.
1 strike to Carter Johnson. Seth Rayburn is ready. The right-hander will pitch, and that's to the right side, and it takes a crazy hop over the first baseman. Raiders are coming in. Here's the throw to home, not in time. Boy, that was a pretty wicked hop over there. And we'll get a look at it right here as that ball just hit the seam and bounced right up and over him. So that'll be a bad hop single for Carter Johnson, RBI.
Back to the top of the order for the shortstop, number 8.
And now Gunnar Schubert coming up.
Schubert.
Runners at the corners, a run in, 2 outs. That's a tough break there. Pitch right in there. Sometimes if you hit that turf seam right on, it can bounce up a little bit on you, and that's what we saw right there. And I'm sure that was the reasoning on the base hit call, which I agree with. 1 strike to Schubert. Hits it to the right side. Taken that time by Becker. Throws over to first, but the Raiders put another stick up there. 3 consecutive innings with 1 run. They increase their lead. Pierce 8, Mount Hood nothing. Coming back with more on the NWAC Championship Network.
The first day of school made it all worth it because I realized that I had made the right choice and I got to pursue my passion, and not just my passion, it was my dream.
When I came here and I'm in a class with 20 to 30 people, your teachers remember you by name. They treat you like you're an adult.
Don't do something that you hate doing for the rest of your life because life is short. You only have one life to live.
Well, prepare for an inspired future at Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, Oregon. Get personalized support, small classes, and you save money. Train for a job, get your bachelor's degree started, or check out the degree partnership program with OSU LBCC. Inspired. Well, Pierce Raiders pretty inspired here tonight. They've got an 8-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's been Colton Barnes dealing out there. The left-hander has got a one-hitter as we're here at the bottom of the 5th inning, and Andrew Haley, the batter, swings and fouls it out of play over near the Mount Hood dugout. Barnes looking in. Comes plateward. That's sliced out towards the shortstop, and Gunnar Schubert running towards the line out there, makes the out. Nice catch. You can see Schubert comes into your picture there, and hey, no problem.
Number 14, catcher, Mitchell.
Mitchell Rose, the catcher now, 0 for 1, flew out to right field his first time up there. 8 runs, 7 hits, an error for Pierce. No runs, 1 hit, 5 errors for Mount Hood. Ball is right on it, but into the screen. He took a pretty good pass at that one, did Mitchell Rose, just underneath of it. Justin Sugg on, oh, beg your pardon. Becker on deck. Forgot he was replaced earlier. Here's the 0-1. That's inside. 1-1 the count. Still time for the Saints. They're the South champs. They're pretty good. Trying to erase the memory, I guess I'm trying to say, of that 5-run top of the first by Pierce, where the Saints were kicking it all over the ball yard and gave up 3 hits. And since then, it's been hash marks for Pierce. 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. 8-0 Raiders. Pitch. Just missed outside. Here's the next pitch, right in there for a strike. Little breaking ball. This is the 4th appearance of the season for Barnes, making his 11th start of the season. He does have 1 complete game this year. Pitch, and that is driven into center field for a base hit. So really the first clean base hit that makes it to the outfield for Mount Hood. Mitchell Rose has got the 1-out single. And here comes Becker. Becker walked and was left at 3rd on his first time up. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's in for a strike. Of course, Jay Becker is familiar with Longview. He's played here before, or probably played in Kelso across the river. He's a Columbia River chieftain. Throw over to first base. Little soft toss over there to Raven Kahawa. Pierce has the snowman. Mount Hood's got the melted puddle. Nothing. 8-zip our scores. The pitch is in for a ball. 1-1. Colton Barnes now comes set. Pitch. Fouled out of play. So another Baden baseball gets tossed out there. Baden, the official baseball of the NWAC. Emblazoned with the big NWAC logo. Rusty Trudeau, that was here in the ballpark earlier, the rep from Baden baseball. Here's the pitch on the way. Good fastball, swing and a miss. They got him picked off down there. Got a little rundown happening. Here's a throw to the short. Then he collapses. The tag's made, and the Mount Hood Saints turned away once again by Colton Barnes and the Pierce Raiders. Raiders 8, Mount Hood nothing. You're listening to the NWAC Championship Network. Back with more.
Home is not a building, and it's not some number on a mailbox. It's a place where we grow and love and learn. At Southern Oregon University, our people, our programs, our place blend together like a family. With over 40 majors, exceptional faculty, and a commitment to inclusion and diversity, once you become a Southern Oregon University Raider, you're home.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Mount Hood, number 20.
Mount Hood Saints going to the bullpen with the Pierce Raiders leading it 8-0 here in the first day of the NWAC Championship Tournament. Coming on to pitch will be Connor Stevenson, another Vancouver kid out of Union High School. Stevenson this year with a ERA of 2.90, 43 1/3 innings, has given up 46 base hits. He's making his 12th appearance of the season on the mound for Brian Donahue's Saints. 8-0, all Pierce, 5 in the first inning. Single tallies in the third, fourth, and fifth as we head to the top of the sixth inning. And leading things off will be second baseman Andrew Barrera, who scored a couple of runs, has a double. He's 1 for 2, also had a successful sacrifice. Here's the pitch, low and outside for ball 1. So right-handed pitcher Stevenson. Now give Rayburn credit. It's not going to be a great outing for him, certainly by his standards, but at least he was out there working, grinding, didn't get down on himself after giving up the 5 spot. And although the Raiders kept coming back after him, hey, you didn't see any quit in Rayburn at all. He was doing his thing out there, trying to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Some may say it did, down 8-0, but Mount Hood's good enough to come back from something like that. 2 balls, 1 strike the count to Andrew Barrera. Barrera's from Kent. Here's a ground ball hit out to Williams at short. Backhand, strong throw across, just in time for out number 1. Matt Thompson, the batter now for the Raiders. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Big Matt Thompson in the middle of this Pierce order this year. .323 batting average. 16 RBIs. Takes a strike. Next pitch is a ball, 1-1. Now, one thing you got to know that if the Raiders score a couple of more, that would be the 10-run rule in effect, and games in the first 2 days of this tournament can be mercy ruled. Next pitch was low and in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike the count to Thompson. Here's the pitch. Foul ball out of play over near the garden area down the right side here at David Story Field. Looked like they had a pretty good 50-50 raffle going on earlier. Should have a huge pot for the Lower Columbia game today. Here's a fly ball hit out to right field. Giving chase out there is Travis. Makes the catch in fair territory for round number 2. Another look at it. Nice run over there by Travis, but he had it tracked over there. Makes the catch. Here's Big Raven. Raven Kahana had a RBI single his last time up. He is 2 for 3 to get this tournament started. Low and in the dirt for ball 1. See the Saints hat. They've got the St. Bernard logo on the top with the halo also. So you've got the Saints double covered. The do-gooding St. Bernard. Nice. Ground ball hit out to Williams at short. He's got it. Low throw. And it's going to be another error on the Mount Hood Saints. Man, those E's have been definitely mounting on this Mount Hood team. Here's the ground ball. He did everything until the throw, and it went low over there, and Andrew Haley couldn't dig it out. So a 2-out error. Raven Kahana reaches, and here's Josh Palmquist. He has reached on 2 errors here this afternoon. He takes a strike on the first pitch. Pitch. That's served out into right field, coming out, and that'll dump in for a base hit. Little Texas leaguer right in between Travis coming in and the second baseman Becker going out. Two-out single has 2 runners aboard, and that's just hit them where they ain't. Boy, that checked up pretty nice right there. Nice little 9-iron. Had that thing spin back a little. Here's Byork. Takes a pitch high. Hudson Byork out of Auburn. He's been a pretty solid player for this Pierce team. 1-0. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Mac McCarty would be next. He's standing on deck, hoping for a shot. Here's the pitch by Stevenson. Low, ball 3, and they're close to getting loaded up with 2 outs. Barrera grounded out to short. Thompson flew out to right, and all of a sudden, shortstop with an error and a little dumper base hit out there to right, and the Raiders keep coming at you. And that's low and in the dirt, and they are loaded up. A walk by Hudson Byork. Raider at every base for Mac McCarty. Looking to get a batting average here in the NWAC tournament. He's 0 for 3 so far. From the Raider perspective, this would be a good time to break out and get that first hit. Here's the pitch, low for ball 1. And timeout is called as Mitchell Rose is going to discuss with Stevenson. Catcher comes out and talks. Meanwhile, coach comes over and has a little discussion. I think everybody's back on the same page. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Raiders have an 8-0 lead. Looking for more here in the top of the 6th inning. Stevenson now comes set. Here's the pitch on the way. Low in the dirt, blocked by Mitchell Rose. All of a sudden, Stevenson, after getting those 2 quick outs, has lost it a bit, and there is action in the Mount Hood bullpen. Base hit right here could possibly get us into this mercy rule threshold. Good pitch by Stevenson there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike to Mac McCarty. of the Pierce Raiders. McCarty out of Port Orchard, Whidbey Island kid. Low and in the dirt, and all of a sudden, Stevenson cannot find it. Connor's trying to get that grip, get that groove, the Union Titan from Vancouver. Three balls and a strike. Good hitter's count here for McCarty. Here's the pitch on the way, and he nubs that one over towards first base over there. And the step on the pillow, and the out is recorded. And finally, a goose egg gets put up there in the top of the sixth. We're rolling along here in Game 3. It's 8-0 Pierce over Mount Hood. We're coming back with more on the NWAC Championship Network.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Company retreat with Chief Football Officer Russell Wilson.
Guys, teamwork takes practice. And some days will be a little turbulent. But if we stay focused and show our customers that we care. Now that's giving our best.
Best! Sir, for your safety, please remain seated.
Yes, ma'am.
Giving you our best never stops. Thank you for flying Alaska.
Cruising along here at the NWAC Championships. Pierce with the 8-0 lead over Mount Hood. Saints better get going here against Colton Barnes. Top of the order. Jace McKinney, the hitter, takes the strike. McKinney 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch. That's sliced down the left field line, and that will dump in for a base hit. So McKinney aboard with just the third base hit for Mount Hood in this game, here in the sixth. JT Williams 0 for 2. Time for him to get going. Bent over, dangling that left arm as Colton Barnes gets the sign. Now comes set. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball hit into the hole, taken by Schubert over there. That'll be a base hit. But even on hits into the infield, Schubert's able to get that leather on it. So back-to-back hits for the Saints. And this is what they need. Get some base runners and then hopefully get a big hit. And that'll bring up Isaac Bernard. Reached on an air, flew out to left field. Talking about a St. Bernard, well, a St. Bernard. This guy has clearly been the man for Mount Hood the last couple of years. Last year and this season. Timeout is called as Barnes has to cut off his delivery halfway through it. I don't know what it is, but every once in a while you'll get a guy on a team that you just think's been there forever. I mean, it just seems Isaac Bernard's so good, it just seems like, what is he, a fifth-year senior? I know it's NWAC's 2 years, and for some guys 3 years. Maybe it's that his talent preceded him a little bit. Saints fans knew he was coming in, and I'll tell you what, he's been awfully good for this team. First pitch was a ball in the dirt. Maybe from the Longview perspective, it's because he's been playing for the Cowlitz Black Bears here as well. Here's the pitch to Bernard, right there for a strike. That's a nice pitch by Colton Barnes. Speaking of the Cowlitz Black Bears, Grady Twait was here. He'll be their skipper again this summer. And he just missed out getting his Skagit Valley Cardinals here in the tournament. You want to talk about a popular guy. It was like Grady was running for Senate around here, man. Everybody wanted to talk to good old Grady. And I know a lot of Longview fans were disappointed his Cardinals didn't make it here as they hosted the regional and got knocked out. Grady Twite did a great job in the first year, just completely changing the mindset of that Skagit Valley program up in Mount Vernon. And he'll be coming back to his old stomping grounds here next week for the Black Bears 2016 season. One ball, one strike, the count. 2-1 to Isaac Bernard. 357 coming into the tournament. 18 RBIs, 6 doubles, couple of triples, has a long ball. Good eye up there, 16 walks. Pitch, ground ball into right field for a base hit. Coming around, here's the throw, and that'll not get there in time. So Bernard with an RBI single. And the Mount Hood Saints are on the board. Now there's your star player coming through for you. Good look at it, went down and got that, hit it hard out there. Byork was coming up throwing, but really didn't get a lot on that one and had to 27 hop it in there, and coming around to score was McKinney. Well, that's how rallies are made. You got to get that first run if you're going to get an 8-run to tie it. Nolan McCall, the hitter. Williams at third and Bernard at first. Pitch, and that's hit out to center field. Chasing over there, Carter Johnson makes the catch. The runner tags, and the Saints have 2 on the board. Sac fly for Nolan McCall. So some life here for Mount Hood. Bowen Ogata, the hitter.
Designated hitter, Bowen Ogata.
So that sac fly, the first out of the inning. Ogata 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. So the first rough waters for Colton Barnes were blocked from view on the Pierce bullpen down on the right side. Pitch, fouled into the screen. Pretty good hack at it for Bowen Ogata. Mount Hood with yet another South Division title. They've got a whole ton of those. They do have an NWAC title. I believe that was 0-1. Here's the pitch on the way. Runner was going. Ball's fouled out of play, so he'll have to retrace his steps. Had some pretty good coaching over the years at Mount Hood. Dale Stebbins, what a guy. He was a tremendous coach here. Gabe Sandy, the former Mount Hood coach, he had an excellent run. He's now a professional scout for the Miami Marlins, in attendance at the ballpark here today. Good guy. And Brian Donahue has been really solid here as well for Mount Hood. Saints got a quality program down there in Gresham. Little snap throw over to first base. Really nothing happening over there. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled out of play again. Going through some baseballs out there. The Lower Columbia kids not only preparing for their game later this evening, but they're serving all the roles out there. Ball shaggers, field guys, tarp crew. Pitch, another throw down to first, and diving back over is Bernard. Bernard can run. He does have 6 stolen bases on the season. Here's Barnes. 1-2 pitch. Fouled into the screen. Another good hack by Bowen Ogata. The Pierce lefty is ready. The 1-2 is on the way. And that's hit into the air out to right field. Hudson Bajorek has got it for out number 2. Bernard has to stay at first. Taylor Travis, the hitter now. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon. Saints closing on the hit total out there. They now have 5. Boy, but the glaring number on the scoreboard right now for Mount Hood, 6 errors here today so far. Here's the pitch by Barnes. Bunt down the third base line. McCarty is up with it. Strong throw just in time to retire the side. But the Mount Hood Saints chip it away. They get a pair in the bottom of the 6th. It's now Pierce 8, Mount Hood 2. We're coming back with more on the NWAC Championship Network.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
I initially declared my major in mathematics, but I changed my major to computer science after I took just one computer science class. When I took a CS class, I realized that it had all of the problem solving that I loved in mathematics, but I could make really cool applications. If you love solving problems, if you have a very logical and mathematical thought process, and you are creative, CS is for you. Really, if you love problem solving, we love you.
Kurt Rowland with you here on AM 1490 KLOG ESPN Radio, live in the Longview-Kelso area. And we're also coming to you on the NWACsports.org network. The Topper Vision folks are in the house bringing the great pictures here this year. It's special to have Chris Garrett and his crew on hand here. Good stuff indeed, and so is the baseball. And certainly the Pierce Raiders have been the better team so far as they've got an 8-2 lead. Looks like we've got a new left fielder out there for the Mount Hood Saints. As coming in will be Nathan Elliott to get some playing time in left. And we've got a new pitcher in for Mount Hood as well. Blake McKinney will take over. Another Southwest Washington kid. McKinney is from Columbia River High School. Just trying to keep these Raiders at bay so Mount Hood can have some big innings down the stretch to try to get back into this ball game. Here's the pitch by McKinney on the way. A good start out of that Saint bullpen, firing in a strike, 0-1. 8 runs, 8 hits in air for Pierce, 2 runs, 5 hits, 6 errors for the Saints. Next pitch low. 1-1 the count. McKinney making his 6th appearance of the season. No starts this year. In fact, just 8 innings so far. So this is a guy who doesn't have a lot of game experience this year. 2 balls and 1 strike the count to the batter. 10 hits in the 8 innings of work and has given up 8 runs, a 4.50 ERA. Ground ball hit out to short. Williams has it. Throws across for out number 1. Dylan Moran is retired. Carter Johnson, the hitter. RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Bellevue and Lower Columbia coming up. About a 7:35 start time here at David Story Field. Here's the pitch by McKinney. Tried to bunt his way aboard and fouls it upstairs into the screen. Going to have a nice crowd on hand here tonight. You can already see the stands filling up. And I know you Longview fans aren't here yet. Got plunked. So Carter Johnson gets hit. He'll head on down to first. That'll flip the lineup over. Gunnar Schubert, the leadoff guy, stepping in. I got a chance to sit in on the all NWAC voting last night during the NWAC coaches meeting. Boy, it was just great to see all of these coaches talk about their respective players as the first pitch is in high, and also talk very respectively for the players on the other teams. It was pretty neat to see, and I think one thing was pretty clear by the voting. This guy is really good. Gunnar Schubert will be going to Gonzaga University next year as Zag takes another pitch in for a ball. And Gonzaga has got a pretty good history with bringing in NWAC players over there. I know Longview fans know all about the great Red Devils they've had over there recently, including Justin Jacobs, who's been one of their best hitters the last couple of years. 3 balls, no strikes to Gunnar Schubert. I guess he would be one of the players that Kevin Davis would say, hey, man, green light it. Here's the 3-0. Schubert's pretty good team guy. He says, no, spit on that one. It's 3-1. I think I like that count better. Get on board anyway. Here's the 3-1. Try to bunt his way on. Bunt down there to third. McCall is up with it quickly. Made a nice play on it. Runner will advance. So bunt for base hit, but you get a sack out of it? Yes, you do. He did actually square. He kind of made that look like he was bunting for a base hit, but really fundamentally he did square himself and made sure that was put down nicely. Nice play by Gunnar Schubert. And a pretty nice play over there by Nolan McCall, if I do say so myself. 2 outs. Here's Andrew Barrera. Pitch to him. Low and in the dirt. Mitchell Rose with another good stop. Here's the pitch on the way by McKinney. Inside. 2 balls, no strikes. To Andrew Barrera. He's got a couple of runs on his tally. Has a double. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. Boy, if our camera people can get a look at Andrew Barrera, the batter's shoes. Check out these kicks he's wearing. Look at those things. What is that? Is that from a lunar landing or something? Those look like moon boots right there. Nike. How about that? He's got those big gray moon boots working. Here's the 2-1. Nike should send the check to the NWAC right there. It's the kind of publicity you're going to get, Nike. Come on, man. Get on board with the NWAC. Let's go. Come on, Phil Knight. I know you know Gresham. You know where Mount Hood is. Your wife, Penny, used to own the Summer League team there, now in Corvallis. So he's going to get on board. Might even have hit him, but I think it's just a walk. Barrera with a 2-out walk and a couple of runners on. This Pierce team's been pretty relentless. Even with 2 outs, they've threatened almost every inning. Matt Thompson, the hitter. McKinney's ready. Pitch. Hit to short. They'll go the short way. Flip it over there to get the out, and a couple of innings of nothing for Pierce, although they have threatened. We're cruising along in this one. Game 3 of the NWAC Championship. Pierce 8, Mount Hood 2. We're coming back with more on the NWAC Championship Network.
As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge. Highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
Seventh inning stretch in this one, 8-2 Pierce. Hey, how about Olympic College? It's a great place to hit the field and the books. Earn your associate degree, then transfer to a university or slide into home and earn your bachelor degree without leaving Kitsap County. Get busy learning at Olympic. EDU. I guess you got to put the dot in there. 8-2, Raiders lead. Still out there, Colton Barnes. His first pitch is low for a ball. Andrew Haley, the first baseman of the Saints, up there now. Here's the pitch. That's a fly ball hit to shallow center. Carter Johnson coming in, tracks under and makes the catch for out number one. Here's Mitchell Rose, the Saints catcher.
14, catcher, Mitchell Rose.
Well, if you take away that really rough start for Mount Hood, we got just a 4-2 ball game here. But Pierce isn't going to give up that 5 that they got in that top of the first. First pitch is high for ball one. And Colton Barnes has been throwing free and easy since that early big lead. Next pitch is low, 2-0. And he'll go to the back of the mound there and kind of get a little reset going. Well, he's a thin kid, blade out there, got the glasses and the hair, and he's got that left arm. That's been the key. But right now he falls behind, 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch, in there for a strike. Great to have the radio coverage here on KLOG. We'll have the first 2 games on AM 1490 KLOG tomorrow. Step aside for the Mariners after that. Pitch is in there for a strike, and Mitchell Rose was halfway to first. He comes over and looks at the umpire and goes, sorry. Don't punch me out here just because I got a little anxious. Here's the payoff pitch. This time he can head on down there. A 1-out walk for Rose. And that's going to bring the head coach out of the dugout. Kevin Davis coming out to discuss. And there's Brian Donahue having a little chat with his guys over on the other side. And these are 2 guys that are, well, let's put it this way. They know the streets from the Kelso Red Lion here to Story Field. Donahue's been here multiple times. Kevin Davis as well. And our home plate umpire, Eric Holden, is going to break up the rock pile. 8 runs, 8 hits, and an error for Pierce. 2 runs, 5 hits, 6 errors in the game this evening. Late afternoon, clouds. Haven't turned the lights on yet here at Story Field. Pitch on the way, in for a strike. And we got a new hitter up there for the Mount Hood Saints. Looks like, well, actually, that was Nathan Elliott who came into the ball game and left last inning. So Nathan Elliott getting his first at-bat. Pitch, and that's a ground ball hit out to short. Schubert will flip it over to get the lead guy. The throw over to first, not nearly in time.
Next up, number 12.
So Elliott reaches on the fielder's choice. Lead runner retired. And Jace McKinney, the hitter. Colton Barnes pitch, swung at and missed. Colton Barnes has been in control here today. The young man out of University Place, and his pitch is low and through the wickets. It goes past Matt Thompson, allowing the runner to head on down to scoring position. Although the pitch was low, it did go between the legs. Pass ball ruled, and good call. Here's the pitch. That's a slow strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Colton Barnes, as I mentioned, out of University Place, home of last summer's U.S. Open, Chambers Bay. Here's the 1-2. Fouled. Out of play, just trying to stay alive up there is Jace McKinney. Colton Barnes now ready, checks the runner, comes to the plate, just outside. Got a bunch of 2s up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Jace McKinney waiting on the pitch. Spoils it. Fouls it out of play. Time's a-wasting for these Saints. Down by 6 here in the bottom of the 7th. Little inside pick move, no throw. Barnes likes to dangle that moneymaker down there a little bit. The left arm brings it into the glove. And here's the 2-2. And that's served out to short. Schubert's got it. Strong throw over there. And the inning is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left, and we are cruising here in this one. It's 8-2 Pierce over Mount Hood on the NWAC Championship Network.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Home is not a building, and it's not some number on a mailbox. It's a place where we grow and love and learn. At Southern Oregon University, our people, our programs, our place blend together like a family. With over 40 majors, exceptional faculty, and a commitment to inclusion and diversity. Once you become a Southern Oregon University Raider, you're home.
Well, Centralia College, your college for associate degrees, bachelor degrees, and job training. Apply now to get a jump on classes and financial aid. Application easy and free. You belong at Centralia College. Base hit on the first pitch, Raven Kahana. Oh, we got to rack up a replay for that. I think we got back to Raven a little late on that one. Boy, he wasn't late on that pitch. Here's a good look at it. Boom. Right through that hitting zone, roped that thing hard into center field for a leadoff hit for Raven Kahana. That'll bring up Josh Palmquist. Pretty relentless are these Raiders. Here's a bunt right back to the pitcher. He's going to get that lead guy. That's not a good bunt there. Palmquist just a little too much on that play, and that's a good play by McKinney. He knew with that bunt coming at him hot there, he was going to be able to field it quickly and get that lead runner over there. Palmquist just couldn't deaden that thing enough. And we'll get another look at it. He squared, and that just too much right there. And that got that lead runner there. Give Palmquist credit. He got down that line quickly to stay out of the double play. First pitch to Hudson Bajorek is high for ball one. Following our game, Taylor Blackman will be down on the field to interview one of the stars of the game, so make sure you stick around for that. Here's the pitch. Right in there for a strike. One ball, one strike to Bajorek. Got a 2-for-3 night here in game one of the NWAC tournament. Here's the pitch, and it's inside. Here's the pitch on the way, and that is a ground ball hit to short. And they'll get the lead runner there. Williams with the quick snap throw. And now 2 outs for the Raiders. Back-to-back fielders' choices. Mac McCarty is the batter for the Raiders. Big Mac's 0 for 4, looking for his first hit. Takes it inside near his belt. That'll ruffle your jersey a little bit. Didn't get a piece of it. McKinney with a long set, and he'll step off. See some of the Lower Columbia Red Devils over there down the line, getting ready. The Bellevue Bulldogs as well. That'll be our next game. Here's the 1-0 in there for a strike. McKinney's set. His pitch is low. Snap throw down to first, and diving back over there is Bajorek. Eight to 2, the Raiders have the lead over Mount Hood. Here's the pitch. Swung at and missed. Tied him up inside on that one. Boy, we've seen a lot of college coaches. We had a few pro scouts here today. It's almost like a little college convention at this NWAC tournament. All the D1, D2, D3 guys here. Here's a ground ball hit out to Williams. A third consecutive fielder's choice ground out to short. And the Raiders are turned aside. It's still Pierce 8, Mount Hood 2. We're coming back with more on the NWAC Championship Network.
I love biology because I'm interested in how different ticks can be on different trails can actually impact human infection rates of Rocky Mountain spotted fever. I did all of the research from the ground up. I got into grad school at the University of Notre Dame. The research opportunities that I've gotten here were absolutely instrumental in my getting into grad school. I love bugs and other arthropods, yeah. Especially the ones that carry disease.
It's the 2016 NWAC Championships. Well, prepare for an inspired future at Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, Oregon. Get a personalized support, small classes, and save money. Train for a job and get your bachelor's degree started at LBCC Inspired. First ball swinger into right field. So these guys won't even allow us to get back from the promos in time, will they? Yeah. Leadoff hit for J.T. Williams and the Mount Hood Saints, bringing up Isaac Bernard. Got to get that announcer to read those spots quicker, huh? We sure appreciate the folks that not only are sponsoring our broadcast on KLOG, but on the NWACsports.org network on YouTube. Here's the pitch. That's low for ball one to Isaac Bernard. Had an RBI base hit his last time up. He's 1 for 3 this afternoon. Raiders 5 runs in the top of the first, and they've got an 8-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. There's the pitch on the way. Bernard hits one out to left field, and that'll dump in for a base hit. Here come those Saints. And they're certainly not going to give up, that's for sure. Nolan McCall's the hitter. He's 0 for 2. He drove in a run, a sacrifice fly his last time up. Get that lettuce all tightened up there. Yeah, work on that moss. Get that helmet going. A little finger snap before you get in there. It's unbelievable when you see these kids and all the gyrations they do as they get ready for their at-bats. Here's Colton Barnes. Spun and took a look. Nothing happening there. Back-to-back singles. Saints have something going here in the 8th. Pitch on the way low. 1-0. Well, Colton Barnes has been outstanding here for Kevin Davis's Raiders. Boy, when you can get your game one starter to go deep, 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 that'll help you down the road. Because a lot of times it's attrition in a pitching staff if you go deep in this tournament. Pitch on the way, right back to Barnes. He'll go to second for one. A fight for it over there at first, and a big double play. Schubert and Barrera both were there to receive it, and Schubert just says, I'm the man. I'm taking over on this thing. I got a better angle on it. Look at this. Good play by Barnes. Who's going to take it? Man, that's a crazy play right there. That's your middle infielder, main man, Schubert, just saying, move over and let the big dog field and make that throw. Runner moves down to third base. That was pretty sweet. Exactly what the Raiders wanted there. Here's the pitch, and that's a fly ball hit shallow center. But tracking in and making the catch is Carter Johnson. So just like that, a couple of singles, and that rally falls away quickly. It's Pierce 8, Mount Hood 2. We're coming back with more on the NWAC Championship Network. Blake McKinney back on for another inning. This action brought to you by Olympic College, nationally recognized by the Aspen Institute as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation because their programs help students earn good-paying jobs. Get busy learning at olympic.edu. Here's the pitch by McKinney. Hey, we got back in time for that one. Nice. Dylan Moran, the hitter for the Pierce Raiders, as they've got an 8-2 lead here in the top of the ninth. Insurance time for Pierce. Here's the pitch on the way. Ground ball hit into the hole at short. Long throw over across the diamond over there. Ball gets away. And that'll be at least one error on the inning. So that'll be ruled a two-base error on the play. As we get a look at it, backhanded it, and it kind of jumped up just a little bit, came up into the palm, and then the low throw over there. So they'll rule that just the one error and two bases on it. So Moran reaches on the error by the shortstop. Boy, it has been a tough fielding day for the Mount Hood Saints. Their 7th error in this game. Here's a ground ball, chopped and foul down towards third. The batter is Carter Johnson. McKinney, the right-hander's pitch on the way. Comes inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Carter Johnson. 1 for 3 today. RBI single back in the 5th. Pitch. Ground ball hit down towards third. Up with it is McCall. Throw across in time, and the runner has to hold. Top of the order now for the Raiders and Gunnar Schubert.
Back to the top of the order for the shortstop. Number 8, Gunnar Schubert.
Boy, it's been a pretty good 2-year run for this Gunnar Schubert kid out of Auburn. Another base hit. Hits it out to right field. They'll hold the runner at third. So Schubert gets his first hit of the day and of the tournament. Moran holds at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out, and Andrew Barrera, the hitter.
Number 24, Andrew Barrera.
Of course, the Raiders got here after winning the Super Regional that they hosted at Mount Tahoma High School. Well, I know for several years the athletic director at Pierce, Duncan Stevenson, has worked awfully hard to try to get a home ballpark. And they thought they had some plans out at the Puyallup campus. I don't know if it's official or not, but I had heard that perhaps that project was denied and is dead at this point. I hope that's not the case. Tell you what, this program deserves their own baseball field. One strike to Andrew Barrera. Pierce does have a couple of campuses. Of course, the one in Lakewood, where their gymnasium and other facilities are. It's a nice breaking ball in for a strike. And they've got the campus over on the east side in Puyallup. Had some land over there, and we're hoping to develop something special there, but perhaps down the road. 2 strikes to Andrew Barrera. Day 1 of the NWAC championships. We're going to take this thing through Memorial Day. Here's a fly ball hit foul and out of play over near the bleacher seats here at David Story Field. There you get a good look at the bleacher seats over there, and as you can see, the team that hosts this, they've got a lot of year numbers over on those bleachers over there. We'll get a look at that here pretty quick. Or perhaps maybe do that during the LC game coming up. You know, that's kind of what Pierce is hoping for, their own facility where they can put a bunch of banners for division championships and NWAC championships. There's a good look at it. Those numbers on the bottom, those years on the bottom, those are all division championships, and the ones up above are the NWAC champions for the host team, Lower Columbia College. And they're going to be playing here pretty quick against Bellevue. 7:35 start time. Might be a little past that with the length of this game. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Another ground ball out to short. And Williams has another error. Wow. Fielded it cleanly, but when he reached in, the ball popped away from him. The 8th error of the ball game and the 9th run of the afternoon for Pierce. Raven Kahana, the hitter. Beg your pardon, Matt Thompson, the hitter. First pitch is a ball. (9-2) now, Raiders over Hood. Pitch, another base hit. And the ball kind of comes up on the right fielder. And there's the ball thrown away again. He's going to try to score. Here's the throw. And it is in time to get the out at home. But somewhere in there, we're probably going to put another error on the board. Gunnar Schubert came in to score, putting the 10th runner on the board. Now Kevin Davis is going to come out and discuss with home plate umpire Eric Holden. Man, this has been a tough defensive night. Now Ravens coming up. Thompson's now at second. Here's the pitch on the way. Ground ball hit out to third. McCall's throw across, dug out nicely by Andrew Haley. The inning comes to a close, but another pair of runs up there for Pierce. It's now the Raiders 10, Mount Hood 2. Last call for the Saints as we go to the bottom of the ninth. We're coming back with more on the NWAC Championship Network.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
Thinking about transferring, think about Eastern Washington University, EWU, minutes from trails and lakes, as well as the state's second largest city. It's not just a great location. Eastern offers cutting-edge STEM degrees and is Washington State's best academic value for transfer students. Learn more today at ewu.edu/transfer. Go Eags. Last chance for Mount Hood. They're down by 8. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Colton Barnes trying to go the distance in this one. Needs 3 outs to do it. His first pitch is inside for ball 1. Taylor Travis, the right fielder up there, 0 for 3 in the tournament so far, looking for his first safety. Here's the lefty's pitch on the way, and that is ball 2. The windup and the pitch. Pours in a strike. Ball's fouled off and out of play left side. Taylor Travis, a left-handed hitter. Young man out of Springfield, Oregon. 2-2. Fly ball to left. Somewhat deep, but Dylan Moran did a good job to get back, get set, come in, make the catch for out number 1. Andrew Haley's now the batter. Nice replay on it. So it's good to turn, do a little drop step, get back there, don't drift on it. Did a good job. Here's the pitch on the way, and there, whoop, just a little high, beg your pardon. Andrew Haley is also looking for his first hit. Pitch, strike. Bellevue and Lower Columbia will be coming up next. Here's the pitch, and that's low. 2 balls and 1 strike. This has been really our first blowout of the tournament here on day 1. We had a 5-0 game earlier. Everett over Treasure Valley. Ground ball hit just foul down to first. Here's the left-hander's 2-2 pitch on the way in the dirt. Actually, that Everett Treasure Valley score was 2-1. It was Yakima Valley with the 5-0 win over Chemeketa earlier today. So get it right, Kirk. Here's the 3-2 pitch, fouled back into the screen. Look at that guy. It's been a big day for Colton Barnes. Check him out, man. Look at those. He's got those glasses, got those fancy prescription sports goggles going. He's been dealing. Pitch, ground ball out to short. Kind of hops up, but Andrew Barrera makes the play, and the Mount Hood Saints are down to their last out here in this ball game. Beauty of this tournament is you can lose one and you can come back. And we've seen it time and time again in this tournament where a team might drop their opener and then go into grind mode and pull out 2 or 3 victories and get themselves to Sunday, perhaps Monday. Here's the pitch, low for ball 1. Last hope up there is Mitchell Rose of the Saints. 1 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch. Poured in for a strike. Barnes shakes off the first sign and now is ready. The left-hander's 1-1 is punched out there towards second, and ooh, a sniper got Barrera. He was going back and all of a sudden hit that ledge and went down. Must be somebody up on the fitness center towers over there to the right. Check out the replay. He thought he had it. He was going back and then boop, hits the little bank out there and down he goes, and that'll be a base hit, and the Saints are still alive. Left-hander, or left fielder, I should say, Nathan Elliott, the hitter. He'll take the pitch high for ball 1. Years and years of tarp erosion is what causes that little ramp out there. And if you're at second base, you know that. It's kind of like running up Towles Hill in the center field for the Houston Astros. You know it's there, but when you're chasing after the baseball, all of a sudden the rug gets pulled out from under you, and it's a tough play. Here's another look at it. Oh, I got this, no problem then. Boop. Tripped on the carpet. Well, Kevin Davis went out there to settle down Colton Barnes. I don't know if there's really any settling down to go. He might have just went out there and said, son, I'm awfully proud of you, man. Heck of an effort here today. Let's close this thing out right here. 1 ball to Elliott, the last hope for Mount Hood. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Pierce trying to get it done right here. Here's the pitch, and that's hit into center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. So Mount Hood is going to make it uncomfortable at the end here. Back-to-back base hits. And Jace McKinney, the Saints leadoff guy, will come in, and Kevin Davis is going to take the ball away from Colton Barnes. That's too bad. But what a performance. Colton Barnes was tough as nails as he'll get a hand by the Pierce faithful. Well, he'll get a full collection of handshakes and hugs from his teammates. They know he was huge here this afternoon in the opening round of the NWAC Championships. What an effort for Colton Barnes of the Pierce Raiders. Can't get the complete game. The Raiders will go to the bullpen and bring in Micah Richardson. We'll be back. Pierce leading Mount Hood 10-2. We're coming back on the NWAC Championship Network.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
I initially declared my major in mathematics, but I changed my major to computer science after I took just one computer science class. When I took a CS class, I realized that it had all of the problem solving that I loved in mathematics, but I could make really cool applications. If you love solving problems, if you have a very logical and mathematical thought process, and you are creative, CS is for you. Really, if you love problem solving, we love you.
Back here at the NWAC Championships, Centralia College, your college for associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, and job training. Apply now to get a jump on the classes and financial aid. The applications are easy and free. You belong at Centralia College. Visit centralia.edu for details. Well, no complete game for Colton Barnes, but a big tip of the cap here today as he goes 8 2/3, gives up 2 runs, scattered 9 hits, and did an outstanding job. And now he's hoping his good buddy will come on and get that thing taken care of. Micah Richardson from Wailuku, Hawaii comes on, the sophomore right-hander, and he'll face Jace McKinney to try to get the last out of the ball game. We're going to try to get Colton Barnes down on the field with Taylor Blackman after this ball game is complete, so we want you to stick around for that. And of course, we've got the next ball game coming up here, Lower Columbia and Centralia. You Red Devil fans, get here for this tonight. It'll be great. Here's the pitch on the way. Strike. Richardson, making his 9th appearance of the season, has an ERA of 2.70. Here's the right-hander's pitch, low, 1-1. Well, the Saints need a lot more. Down by 8, 10-2, and with just 1 out left in their arsenal. Pickoff move, no throw. That was almost close to seeing him come plateward and then spin. The right-hander's pitch on the way, in the dirt. A nice stop by Matt Thompson. Raiders 1 out away from punching in a win in the opening day of the NWAC Championship Tournament. The right-hander is ready. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and now the Saints are down to their last strike. Pierce trying to put it in the books. No save opportunity here, but a chance to close it out. Here's the pitch. That's chopped back to the pitcher. He's got it. Throw over to first is in time, and the Pierce Raiders score 5 in the top of the first and take it from there. A 10-2 victory over the Mount Hood Saints. You stick around. We're going to be back in 1 minute, and we'll have a post-game guest from down on the field, and we'll come back in 1 minute. Pierce wins it 10-2.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Home is not a building, and it's not some number on a mailbox. It's a place where we grow and love and learn. At Southern Oregon University, our people, our programs, our place blend together like a family. With over 40 majors, exceptional faculty, and a commitment to inclusion and diversity, once you become a Southern Oregon University Raider, you're home.
Well, we're back here to the NWAC Championships. Let's head on down to the field with an interview of the star of the game.
From Pierce. Good job in the game tonight. What was working for you on the mound tonight?
I like to go early with fastball, get ahead and count, and then go with off speed and change up curveball, stuff like that. It was all kind of working, so felt comfortable out there.
What can you say about your teammates who played behind you tonight?
Making great plays. It really is a confidence booster. They make plays like that. It makes me happy.
What will be your role in tomorrow's game?
Having everyone's back. Supporting everyone, being loud, just being there for everyone, being supportive.
Thank you, Colton. Good luck to your team tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, Taylor, thank you very much. I don't know if you guys got a good listen to that on K-Log, but hey, that was nice to see. Colton Barnes was outstanding. 8 2/3 to get the win. Gave up the 9 hits, but just 2 runs. Clutch pitching.
I knew my rent was going to be late about a week ago. I worked my ass.
As I mentioned, he was in control all the way around on that one, and really did a good job for these Pierce Raiders here today. Final line score looks like this in the ball game: 10 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error for Pierce. 2 runs, 9 hits, 8 errors for Mount Hood. You know they'll bounce back and do better in their next ball game there for sure. Barnes gets the win. Seth Rayburn takes the loss. So it's the Raiders moving on. They'll play at 7:35 tomorrow night against the winner of our next game, Bellevue and Lower Columbia. And for the Saints, they will play at 12:35 tomorrow afternoon against the loser of the Bellevue Lower Columbia game coming up. Now our matchups in the morning session tomorrow, it'll be Treasure Valley and Chemeketa in a loser-out game at 9:35 tomorrow morning. Everett will be taking on Yakima Valley tomorrow afternoon at 4:35. And, of course, we'll wait to see what happens here tonight to see who Pierce plays and who Mount Hood plays. Pierce knows they'll be playing at 7:35 tomorrow night, and the Saints will be going at 12:35 tomorrow afternoon. Would like to thank everyone involved, the folks from Topher Vision on the television side, and of course to our great crew back at the KLOG studios. We are going to take it back to ESPN Radio, but we'll be back in just about 50 minutes for our next ball game, Lower Columbia and Bellevue. For Dave Andrew, this is Kirk Rowland saying our final score once again: the Pierce Raiders 10, the Mount Hood Saints 2. Stay with us. You're listening to NWAC Baseball Championship action.